Hey everybody, it's Lisa again. So I'm in the kitchen and I'm going to throw together some chili for my family to eat tonight for dinner. So I just wanted to show you a few things I'm going to use as I was pulling everything out to get ready. I figured this is a good time to jump on here and show you a couple of my great helpers. All right, so first up is going to be the manual food processor. I've got some onion in here. I'm going to dice this up so I can add this to the Rockcrok for my chili base. This is a great camping tool. No power. So I'm mincing the onion, and then I'm just going to add those to my Rockcrok. I've got going on over here. It's my Rockcrok. I had a little bit of some onion and peppers, so I got those in there with some oil. And we're going to brown up our ground beef. Put the cover on it. And it is going to just simmer and be ready when everybody gets home. I'm going to add in my onion. So you just want to cook your onion just a little bit before you add in your beef, your garlic. That's my little dog needs to come in. Alright, so I'm going to brown that up a little bit. We're going to get some really good flavoring out of the onion and peppers, green peppers, all kinds of good stuff in there. What do you like to put in your chili? One of the secret things that we put in our chili is honey. My husband loves the chili with the honey in it, so it works out really good. Super, super yummy. So once we get this rocking and rolling, we're going to add in our garlic. That was one other thing I wanted to show you was my favorite little garlic press. Garlic press, you've got your little brush in here, helps you clean it, helps you get out the garlic that peels, that sticks in there. So I've got some cloves ready to go, so I just put them in there. I don't even peel them. Put it over my pot, squeeze it. My garlic is minced. Take your brush, and it goes. Open this. You take this end right here, and you can just, the peeling pops right off. Next, in, press, scrape, yum. In that order. So, you can never have enough garlic, I suppose. Well, except for a friend of ours. He's allergic to it. So he won't be eating my chili. Sorry, Steve. So garlic, squeeze it, minces it, leaves your peeling right in there. You don't need to worry about it. Take your peeling out. Dig it right out with this little handy tool. Plop it right out. Put your next piece in. I'm going to put in two. There's a little bit extra. Squeeze it in. I just love fresh garlic. How about you? Do you? Hey Charlotte, what you making today? Maybe she's going out to dinner. Ah, Charlotte. All right. So next up is my ground beef. And I'm going to use the mix and chop. Cook that down, or break it up when it's cooking down. There's our meat. All right. Oh, it smells good already, and it's just onion and garlic. Just can't go wrong with that, right? So here's my mix and chop. This is like the Pampered Chef #1 selling product. Can you believe it, this little thing? I had it for forever and I really didn't use it to its full potential. Egg salad, mashing up banana, my gosh, mashed potatoes. This is what it was originally made for. So when you're cooking your burger, you're twisting and it's breaking it apart. And you can use the end. I just saw like the star. Sorry, I've got a hamburger on here, but I just saw the impression of the bottom of it is a star, so you can use it for cookies. That was really cool. And then another thing I saw today that you can use on the edge of like for cookies to make a decoration, or you can go on the edge of like a pie crust, would be the little whisk. It has these circular ends on it, and you can use it to decorate like cookies. I thought that would be cool. You can see it with the ends, so you can press this in like dunk and make like an impression. That would be so cool, like little cookies, like Christmas cookies. The sugar cookies, you want to do a couple of different, you know, varieties of shapes and different textures and stuff, and that would be a cool thing to do something different on the top of it. So mixing this up, we've got our garlic, we've got our burgers going on in here with our onion. And we're going to turn that up. Cook it a little bit more. Stand up our mix and chop. And then I've got some chili powder, cumin, honey. I've got unsweetened cocoa powder. Those are all the yummies that I'm going to add into our chili. I'm going to put in tomatoes, and I'm going to use black beans because, you know, this is cooking when, you know, it's COVID-19, and I'm not running to the store just to get a can of kidney beans because I gave mine away to my cousin. So I had black beans. So guess what? We're having chili with black beans because we're making do with what we have. That's what we've learned while we were doing all this cooking at home with the COVID. Cook with what you have, right? That's what I've been doing. So we're browning up our beef. And then we're going to mix in the rest of our ingredients once this gets pretty, and it's going to cook fast. The one thing about the Rockcrok is that it withholds the heat pretty well. But as you can see, like there is nothing stuck to the bottom. Like I'm literally like just moving this along and there's nothing stuck. It's really super easy to clean up. You can see there's nothing stuck there. This is got a clay coating. It's got a coating on it so that you can use the plastic scrapers to get pretty much anything off. And this is what I use. The little plastic scrapers gets pretty much anything off. And if you have anything that gets cooked on, put your pan on the stove and add a little bit water in it and turn it on and just let it like boil off whatever it is that's cooked on the bottom. And that'll help save your like elbows. It just helps cook it off for you for a little bit. So yep, we are rocking. We're on high. We are cooking. And you can see this is on high. So it's not burning. It's not sticking. And I could take this, and this is what I'll probably do, depending on how much chili that we have left over in the pot. I will take this, I'll put the cover on it, and I'll put it right in the fridge. Yeah, less dishes. Lisa loves less dishes. Who's with me on that? Less dishes is the bomb. Okay. So I think we are pretty good there with our ground beef. You could do this with turkey, whatever it is that you like to, you know, cook your chili with. You know, everybody has something that they like to add to their chili. Like I said, we love the honey. Some people do, some people don't. A friend of ours, Steve, absolutely does not like it. His wife does, but he doesn't. So it's all in that flavors. What's your flavor? What rocks your world in your Rockcrok? What do you make in your Rockcrok? Hey, Sandy. Sandy has a Rockcrok. I know she loves hers. What do you make in yours, Sandy? All right, So next up into our pot is going to be, we're going to put in our black beans. And I've got some black beans. I've got some canned tomatoes. Oops, I lost some of my beans. But I also wanted to show you the smooth edge can opener, because that's one of the other great inventions of all time, is the can opener. It rocks along with the Rockcrok. So there's our beans. So here's I'm just going to turn you a little bit. So I've got my can opener, okay? So this is it right here. You're just going to set it right on top, just like that. Doesn't, catch any certain way. It's just sitting right on top. Then you're going to start to turn it. And you can feel it. It's moving the can around. It's turning it around. And you'll feel when it gets back to the side you started on, because it gets a little easier. There, it just went past it. So then to take it off, you turn it back the other way. It lets loose of it right away. And then there's this little grabber tool where you push this button, and this little tool is there, and you pick up the edge. There you go. So, in with my tomatoes. Oops, lost you there. I don't want you to miss a thing with this chili going on here. I don't know, I had taken out some ground beef. We're trying to use up the meat that we had stocked up. So this was what I decided to do. So now we've got some good mixture going on there. Now I can always, if it just seems to be a little bit too runny, sometimes I'll add in a little bit of tomato paste, thicken it up a little bit. But we still have to put our spices in. So let's see what happens, okay? So next up, we're gonna put in 3 tablespoons. Let's see, we got chili powder. Let's see, got a little bit of chili powder. I'm going to use a couple of different kinds because I only have a little bit of this one. I know it's not 3. So and I don't want to set us on fire. So I'm going to be a little conservative on that, but I am also going to offset it because I am going to use the unsweetened cocoa powder, which is 1.5 tablespoons. So we've got, there's 1, and then I will just adjust this. There we go. Next, we're going to do the cumin. And the cumin is going to be, whoops. All right, it's calling for 2.5, which, looks like we're good. You know, how many people do you know that cook just kind of throw a little bit of this and throw a little bit of that in, and then, you know, it works out just fine. And I was thinking about that today as I was washing one of my flexible mats. It has the portions on here like a fist. It could be like 1 cup of cottage cheese or dry cereal, or like baked potato is like the size of your fist. Or, you know, a couple of the other ones were like, your thumb, like the length of your thumb would be like 1 to 2 tablespoons of, you know, jam or ketchup or something like that. So you could use, you know, your own hands. And I'm sure, you know, like people, everyone knows somebody that cooks like that. Oh, how much of that do you put in? Oh, I just throw a dash in. So to somebody that's really wants to know exactly that measurement, that's very frustrating for them. They want to know exactly what you're putting in. So I'm just going to put some honey in. I better put some more because it won't be enough. There. All right. He always comes home and says it's not enough. So, oh my goodness, with the chocolate powder, the honey, the chili powder, this is like an amazing, I wish you had a smell-o-vision. Like everybody wants a smell-o-vision, right? So you could just, oh my goodness, it smells so good. So good. I can't wait to taste it, to see what all those flavors are going to be melded together and what it's going to be like. Well, I hope everybody had fun watching me. The only thing I did forget was my 3/4 tablespoon of salt, so I'm going to grab that right now. Put that in. I'm going to put my cover on. It says to cook this for 15 minutes, so I'm going to turn it on really low and just let it simmer. But I'll let you know how it turns out. And I hope everybody enjoyed watching what Lisa is cooking for dinner tonight. Everybody let me know what you're having for dinner tonight. What's going on in your kitchen? What are you cooking? Are you making a big thing? Are you having leftovers? You know, leftovers are good too. Everybody has to eat leftovers. All right, everybody, have a nice night. And thank you again for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.